Yo, people, what's good? It's your boy Smee.
And it's your boy B.
Hope everyone's good. Yeah, listen, I'm hyped up today. I'm not even going to lie. The fire last night, we haven't had much sleep. We had loads of food, loads of people. We got high as motherfuckers, but it was a good night. I'm not even going to lie. Conor McGregor with Khabib, I think we're going to touch on it at the end. But
So before we get into that, or even before we anything, we're here with a guest, esteemed guest of ours.
I wouldn't say it was a guest. A guest is someone you want to be around. This motherfucker, I don't want to be here.
I don't want to call him a friend. We're gonna call him.
Do you know what I want to call him? Sorry, I'm butting. I want to call him that cousin that you've got to see at parties. And like, you know what I mean? He's like, anyway, introducing my friend and yours, the big Mr. L's in the house, Leroy Johnson.
Yeah, say hello, man. Let me know.
Trash intro, like
We hyped you up. That was how hype was that? That was fire.
The cousin.
The cousin,
like
no one
Crazy
liked.
Dave.
Day one.
I'm a day one. Oh, listen to this guy. I'm a day one. No one won't beat me. This man, anybody that wants to fight Leroy Johnson, just take your pants down and fight him naked. Because he crumbles. He crumbles under pressure.
Yeah. There was a whole week of
It was more than a week.
Yeah, it was more than a week.
He turned up and I walked in his room and I could see he was uncomfortable with the white nakedness. He's probably never seen a white guy naked in it before in his life.
I don't think you were white naked. No, you were white. I don't think you were fully naked then.
Definitely white. Yeah, proud to be.
No. I think you were just in your boxes. And then you saw him. I know.
Nah, I was full on naked. I walked in his room. I was like, Leroy. No, I met him already and I said, are you getting settled in? And he like looked at me dick and he's like, yeah, I'm getting settled in, boss.
No, try and go down.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, no, you.
And then every time he was in your room.
First of all, when you came on the when you came to my room door, you didn't come into my room. You came to my room door.
You standing there like a vampire.
I was just like, you settled in. And I looked around and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
Flip-flops.
Am I going to have to fight my way out of a situation right now? Because at that point, we haven't we've known each other.
We know of each other, but we're not bros. It's not like a family thing.
We're not that close. And then all of a sudden, this dude's just like standing there, stark naked. I'm just like, bro.
Was that the first naked white guy you seen?
Bro, because I'm not walking around like.
Oh, Jesus. I'm so happy to be part of Leroy's life.
You're one of the first.
One of the first. And now he's out here sucking dick for money. He's just seen all these naked white guys.
That's a side hustle.
I'm talking about my business online.
Oh, man.
But anyway, people, listen. We're here for a positive show. Mr. L is going to be here for this week and next week. And we're just ready to get into this week's topic. We're just going to talk about music and how it's influenced our lives and what parts.
Yeah. So we're going to touch on the first point that we're going to hit is our intro into music. Like, when did it first come into our life? When that was first memorable time that first memory can go back to and be like, this was my path. It might even not be a big moment, but this is my first memory of music. I'm going to start off. Okay. I say the furthest I go back, and then my strongest memories of music is like a Sunday morning. I come down, my mum's cooking in the kitchen, and then I don't know what station it was, but it was that old music, like
We're talking like 50s and stuff like that.
Yeah, like 50s. I'm trying to think, like Aretha Franklin, like Respect, like Midnight Train to Georgia,
like a lot of Motown.
Yeah.
Motown,
but it was obviously this is England, so I don't know. I think Heart or Gold or something like that.
That for everybody, because like I remember like when I was growing up, back in Jamaica, it was literally just like that every day, like in the morning. You'd have like the radio present like wake them up, there, wake them up, and then out of nowhere you just hear like 50s music, and then like after a while. My first like real music like that I got was when my mum bought a Kirk Franklin CD, and I'm not lying. Back then, Kirk Franklin was banging. Like it was like, have you ever heard of Kirk Franklin CD?
I've
heard of Kirk Franklin. I've no idea.
Bruh, like
is he a church singing dude?
Yeah.
Well, I've come around your house. Yeah.
Bruh, I'm telling you.
Come around your house and don't leave your moms in bed kind of thing.
It was hip hop church music.
It was urban church music for the soul.
Kirk Franklin didn't sing shit. Like Kirk Franklin was just.
This is a hype man, pretty much.
Hype man, ad-lib guy. It was just like, can you give me that?
He was the first MC out here, hustling, just making money for it.
Kirk was doing his thing.
Like I remember being young and my mum was into like my mum was a young mum, so she was into a lot of like 80s and 90s like dance music, and I kind of seen all that kind of scene, but still at the same time like she plays songs that like she loved, like that my nana play, so she would play like a lot of old music. But the majority of stuff in my house was like from it was just dance music, house music, really early house music, rave techno music, and I remember just like I'd just be there to be able to like, what? Just kick it up.
Imagine me just lying down listening to Luftballons.
I love balloons.
You know that? Da, 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 Luftballons.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the one. But you got to remember,
That's Goldie.
I only grew into my head.
Blondie. That's Blondie.
I only grew into my head like at the age of 7. So like I'm a 4-year-old little baby.
Like that,
the head
yeah.
barely, like my neck can't hold up my hair. I've got no neck muscles, and I'd be like da 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 da, just like dancing around the kitchen and shit.
Oh man! And then I think another memory also I have like I think I'm trying to think of the Desiree. Are you like 80s British music? I loved. I'd still love like British music. I love. I think
Or like
it's a genre.
ZZ Top and
I don't know. And no, probably not that.
British
Like
music,
Desiree.
Oh no.
Top's more
Yeah, more American. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was 80s. Yeah. So we're talking more like George Michael.
You know that song? Yeah, George Michael, Elton John.
What was the guy? What was
what's the one? The, like you know
Spandau
that.
Ballet,
I
Spandau
na na da da da. Oh,
No, go for it, B. No, don't hold him back. Hold him
Like
back.
she
Go on, B.
never walk on the ladders. Da, da, I can't remember.
No, B, come on,
I'm trying to
dedicate
go to the
yourself.
chorus. Life, oh life, oh life. They don't
Come on, B,
remember
you
that.
got it.
And
Oh, I
I'm
knew
not-
what it was straight away. I knew what it was. I was just waiting for him to get into it. Do you know what he's talking about? He's talking about that life, oh life, oh life.
Yeah,
Well, you can't
that
sing for
reminds me
shit
of my
anyway.
sister.
I can't remember that shit.
Yeah, it was a
but-
good tune.
Yeah. And also, sorry, one of my arts, we like Frank Sinatra, like the Rat Pack, like going back to those
Yeah, yeah,
musics,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think our house just, I don't know. We
I
we
remember
like that
there was
music.
there
Out
was
here listening to Sammy Davis Jr.
things
there
like that,
was
Sam Cooke.
like my stuff because I'm a little bit older than used to. My mum's stuff was all on tape.
Yeah, we
like-
had tape. We
Yeah,
had
yeah,
tape
yeah.
as well.
Yeah, so like, but like she would like you'd hear her rewind like for a song because it was like remember Castles in the Sky?
Yeah, Oasis.
No, it was a dance tune.
Yeah,
It's Do you ever wonder why that one?
I think if I hear it,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
Anyway, but my mum
So
would like
guys, we're bad at this.
my mum would play it,
We ain't got singing voice.
and then she would rewind it. Do you ever wonder? And then the song would play again. And you see her running from the kitchen, like making us in the dinner. And then I remember the first time I heard it without it being rewound, and I was
You're
like,
like, lost
I was
your
like,
shit.
I was like, oh my god, went to the next song. Like, what the fuck? Because that was the end of the tape. You'd hear like. As the tape lifted up, like
guys, you don't know the struggles of tape
young'uns,
or
these
the
young'uns.
vinyl. I
You don't know
never
the
really,
vinyl.
I never really used vinyl.
Did you not DJ? Not have records when you were younger?
No, we had vinyl, but like I've never. That's not something I've gone
went
to
yeah,
use.
I went through a stage. I got turntables for Christmas
Yeah, it's alright,
on
that's a
my
bit-
14th birthday. I got like turntables and a mixer. They're quite good for like a novice, I suppose. And like I just went HMV and like didn't even realize HMV had a record section. Yeah, it was still to this day they've got a record
Yeah.
section. And like I wish I kept all them records because I had boxes full. Now like the old milk cartons, I had them full of records.
Full of- yeah.
Just like but stuff like I love. So like there was stuff in there like off Let's Get Down to Business by Eminem. There was some Beanie Man records in there. There was I love. So let me just quickly hit you with this one. So the first time I bought music for myself, right? I know we're gonna go ahead.
Okay,
Should we
okay.
just go on to that now? Yeah. If everyone finished about
Are we thinking about our first intros
first
into music?
intro to music.
So Kurt Franklin and no, actually no, Kurt Franklin was the music you just first bought.
yeah.
So no, we'll get into yours because he already started it. So go on.
So I went and I heard we got Sky in our house and we got MTV. We got MTV Base. And my dad got a supervised job and we just bought loads of shit. We ran out of money real quick though. Like, we done what poor people do when they get money and spend it. Just like
We up, baby. We up.
My dad bought like a 2-year-old McGann, which back in the day was a whip. Like I'm not even joking. We bought like my dad went and bought the TV. Do you know the big cinema TV where the back with a speaker at the bottom?
Yeah, them hard ones.
Yeah. Like it took 7 people to lift it in the house.
That's
it.
You're definitely
You're dying. So my dad would say, stay away from the TV. Not because I love you, because I love the TV. Oh, shit, like, that's not good. Anyway, so, like, we got all that stuff. And anyway, I got Sky. And I was kind of in that stage of, like, being... My music is... I'm not going to lie, you guys know my music's fucked up when it comes to shot. I've got a playlist where it goes from Slipknot to 50 Cent. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm in it. Like, if it's in my playlist for the gym, it can be anything.
I'm a softie. Like, I'm not even like a full-on snip. Like, I like some Slipknot
Yeah,
songs,
yeah.
but it's just like, most of my songs is like soft, melancholy kind of shit. So it's just like, I don't know why, but it's just like, whenever I hear a song that makes me feel sad, I feel a little bit better.
Bro, that's so funny you say that. It's so funny you say that. I've got a playlist and it's called Get Down. And it doesn't mean like get down as in
Like
freaky. It means like get down as in if you listen to these, you're gonna be depressed. So don't listen to these around hot baths and razor blades, you know what I mean? 'Cause it's gonna go so wrong. I want to pull this up.
I was just like, at one point I was literally just like, it's because like I'm emotionally stunted. So like I need that release. I can't get it.
Listen, right? I don't know if these guys are gonna be hearing, but I'll hold it near the microphone. So this is it's only it's only three tracks really, but these are the ones that like really, if I'm like, I reckon these will be my funeral songs. Yeah. Like I don't want you to take it to a deep place.
That deep.
So, have you heard this one?
What is it called for one?
It's called About Today by The National.
No, I've never heard National before.
Anyway, so this is one I'm just gonna quickly. It's just like this the whole way through. Listen to the guy's voice. Watch when he starts talking. He sounds like he's about to just jump with a noose. Like, I don't know why. He's like God. So that's the first one. Next one is Johnny Cash, Hurt.
Oh, Johnny Cash Hurt, man.
Hurt sounds like something you'd listen to like after a killing spree, or like you're about to do some shit and there's no coming back.
Let me just stop you. How many times has Johnny Cash Hurt been put at the start of a trailer or at the start of a video game trailer?
Bro,
like
this is it's emotional.
And then it just goes like dirt, and then it breaks. That's another one.
That and Mad World.
Mad World, yeah. And there's another track by a band called Disturbed.
No, I've not heard them neither.
They're probably a bit too hard for you guys.
What, Disturbed?
Yeah.
I'm serious? No. Like they're like
Sound of Silence.
No.
Have you heard this?
You know the Kate Bush song?
Yeah.
That they redid. What's it called? Uphill or something like that.
He's about to kill somebody, or he's just did it.
Yeah.
So that's
next to the body.
Yeah. So he's just like that peeling skin off them because we're like going to burn the skin separately. Oh, I heard the best thing ever the other day. I was watching a series, and do you ever think, right now? I don't care what people think about this, but have you ever thought if you had to, how would you get rid of a body?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody has.
Thank God you both said yes.
It's a bit scary. People watching this like, no, never thought. Everyone in the room
Everyone's thought of that, right? So I've thought about messed up ways to get rid of a body. Take the teeth out, lose the fingers, all that. I heard the best one ever the other day. I was watching a series and it was called Killing Eve. It's on BBC iPlayer, guys. If you want to watch it, it's a 13-part. It's an 8-part episode series, and it's fucking brilliant. It's about an MI6, an MI5 operative who finds out that there's a new assassin working within these syndicates, and it's actually really realistic because they've got all the assassins on record, and in case they need to bring them in and stuff, but they never go for them because they're doing jobs that need to be done. Yeah. But there's a new woman on the scene, but everyone thinks she's a man because she wears these like. Anyway, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone.
Yeah.
The dog dies. But he gets him every time. So anyway, so I was watching it, and she says to her husband, "Oh, like what would have you ever thought about how you get rid of me, my dead body?" And he's like, "No, of course not, baby. Like, I love you." And he's like, "Why? Have you thought about mine?" He doesn't even say, "Have you thought about mine?" She says, "Well, what I'd do is after you're dead, I'd take your teeth out one by one for a pair of pliers so I didn't leave any residue. And then I'd cut your fingertips off. And then I'd chop you into little pieces and put you in a blender and flush you down different toilets in the city."
It's way too much work.
She's out here.
And he just looks at it and like, "Yeah, so do you want pasta with your mince?" Like, and just walks out the room. I'm like, and she's like, "Too deep?" And he's like, "Yeah, we're not having sex tonight." Like,
with Leeway's like, "We're gonna have sex right now."
Right now. Just with a blender on in the background.
Yeah, he's like, "Tell me which toilet should flush me down."
Going through too much cutting.
Putting his foot down the toilet. Flush me, baby, flush me.
Oh man.
But I ain't letting people into my secret just in case one day I might need it.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell no one mine.
Yeah.
Let's get back on topic anyway. So So
Well,
any.
you're not gonna jump from murder. Like,
Yeah, this is how this podcast goes.
how
You've
it
not been
works,
watching
mate.
these? Have you not been watching the past 5 episodes? So the first time I went to buy music, I was watching MTV Base because we got Sky.
Yeah.
So I was watching a bit of Kerrang, and I was kind of in between urban music and like rock music, and I was kind of just. I was young. I was like 14 years old, just like at the end of puberty, just like trying to fucking figure out what's happening in life.
Yeah.
So I was BMXing a lot, but I was also like fighting, and some of the kids I was hanging around with, like, it was a dodgy crowd.
Yeah. Just
So,
everybody.
so one guy was like, "Oh, have you heard that Country Grammar song by Nelly?" And it was on MTV Base because it just came out.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I was waiting for it on MTV Base because back in the day, people, you couldn't search this shit. You had to wait for the radio.
Yeah.
I used to be that kid when I was like 12. I used to wait for like BBC Radio 1 to do the top 40 so I could record all the tracks I liked, and then and I'd try and miss the guy saying the thing at the end.
Yeah.
So it'd be like just say it was like at the end of Country Grammar, like down, down, baby, oosh. And then the radio producer would come on, and there was fuck, I missed it again. Like the guy just says something. You just get loads of this Radio 1 DJ like through all the fucking tape. Anyway, so I heard Country Grammar, and I was like, oh shit, like look, I love that track. Like, oh shit, that's fire. Like, and I'd be there, like, damn, babe. And I see him with a snake. There was a guy with a snake. There was a guy on the bike. There was someone getting the
Bubba
bridge done. I was
Sparks,
like,
baby.
I was out here like, oh, I want to live in America. I want to live in the ghetto. I want to live this life. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so I couldn't get no money. I can't remember why. I must have been younger than 14 because I was getting money before I was 14. I was like hustling. You know how I do, slinging this yay. Anyway.
Trying to incriminate. I don't know these guys.
So anyway, so I went into HMV. Like, guys, I am not saying you should rob.
Yeah, he's not advocating his behaviour.
But I did what I needed to do to get what I got, right? So anyway, I walks in and I look, and there was a tape there, and I was looking for the security guy. And because, this is going to sound hella racist, because
it is.
Because it was
know
at
what
the
you're
time. I
gonna
was
say.
a 13-year-old boy, leave me alone. So I looks down, and I seen the tape, where I seen a black man's face on the front of a tape, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna steal this tape. And I looked around, looked at the security, and then all of a sudden the alarm went off, so the security went over to this person, who just picked up this
let's
tape,
go.
and I just put it inside my blazer, and I was like, just smuggled out there, scared the whole way home, thought FBI was after us and everything. I thought the FBI was coming for us. I thought I'd done the worst crime. Worst crime since Diana. I'm not even joking, like, I thought that's how deep it was, right? I get home, and I didn't even look at the front of the cover, and I put it in, and all of a sudden this Jamaican man's like, what's that beat? Wait a minute, let me just play this.
I know who you're talking about.
Let me just play this song. Like, this is what happened. So I'm waiting for, hey, yo, hey, do you know the start of the Country Grammar where he starts off? Yeah. So this is what I'm expecting to hear. Sorry, guys, just keep it going for 2 seconds.
Yeah. So he's expecting to hear Nelly. I think they bang on the back of the truck, don't they?
Yep.
Yeah. They can get some woman out.
So this is what I'm expecting to hear. Let me just bring this in. So I put the tape in. I've robbed it. See what I'm listening. I'm willing to hear
Little
this.
Smee's like,
And a little Smee with his big old head, like, I'm gonna get these bitches. So that's what I'm willing. That's what I'm wanting to hear. What I actually hear is, right. So I robbed it. Sorry, I'm laughing. This sounds pathetic.
Yeah, no. I was thinking of something. I want to reel it off.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry. Okay, here we go.
Oh shit.
Do you know the funny thing? Wait there. Before you play it, this has steered Smee to knowing us pretty much.
Yeah, this is actually
This was the point
this
where
is
he,
where
like-
I realised that I am into Caribbean music.
Oh, fair.
Right? So you don't know this story, but B knows this story. So I've stole the tape. I'm expecting, I guess, I'm going down, right? Exactly. I put it in, and this is what I hear. When it loads. This is so stupid. I'm like, Nelly didn't sound like this on MTV Base.
So, listen, this is the point.
And all of a sudden I'm like, I've locked my door. I put the drawers in front of the door in case anyone comes in.
Zimmer.
Keys to the Beamer. Oh, like, and I was like, why does this man sound like this? I was like, where does he come from?
Oh man, so he's expecting Nelly,
and then I'm
he
just
got
like-
Beanie Man.
And I feel myself moving. I'm just like, I don't know what he's saying. So listen. I gets out the little sleeve that it puts in the tape that you know all the songs. 'Cause I can't understand what he's saying. I'm like,
I don't know what he's saying about life.
I'm like,
my body's moving.
I hope he's not saying anything bad about white people. But
I like this shit.
Right. So anyway, let me just pull this up, right? So that's what I get. And then I goes into the tape and I start reading and I just thought, this is exactly how I'm living my life. I need to get the keys to the Beamer. Like, I'm 14 years old, don't even know what a Beamer is. I knew it was a BMW. So I'm like, so the guys, that was the first thing that I purchased by mistake, which put me onto the righteous path of now loving. Like, I loved the Nelly track back then, but what put me on the path of actually like being so in deep with hip hop that like I can't go like one day without listening to any kind of music, never mind some hip hop, grime, bashment, and anything. Do you know what I mean? I've got to listen to something that warms up my soul. It just music warms up my soul. I've got tattoos dedicated to music for a reason. Do you know what I mean? I think you should only put I'm a big advocate of tattoos, but tattoos that mean I've got a purpose. Like only get something put on your skin if it means something. Do you know what I mean?
But not all the time.
Not all the time. When you're younger, you're allowed to make mistakes. Thank you, B. Thank you, B. When you're younger, make as many mistakes as you want. See, since you turn 25 to 30, you don't make no mistakes no more.
No. Try not with tattoos, because you got to get that lasered off or
covered up.
Nah, if you're willing to stick through your dumb phase and just like if you want to cover your body and whatever and stick through.
Yeah, but it's different. If you put a name on there.
Oh no.
Pull it. See how quick he switched there? He's like, no, you let these young people do what they want to do. Let them do what they want to do.
Get a name on you.
You get my name on your ass.
People would get like, I'm not getting nobody's name.
I'll tell you what, if I got names, I'd get like my sons, my nephews, my nieces.
Yep.
It's like that. They better not piss me off though.
Listen, I work security with a guy, right, who was doing CP with me, and he got with his chick, and his chick told him he had to get a tattoo of her name somewhere that it was visible. So my guy comes into work for his CP job at a high clientele tax firm, I'm not going to say who it is, with Sherry right across his neck. They send him home.
What kind of...
The Y was here. The Y was here doing this, like... Listen, guy got
get
sacked.
some little thing on your finger there, you know.
How about I just put a C on my knee? Because no one ever looks at my knee. I'm going to put a C down there.
I don't want to bring no attention to my knees.
Dusty ass knees.
I can't remember who it was, but it was like an actor that apparently got his, I think it was Chelsea Grammer or something like that. That got his girl's name
on his penis.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. The pain.
Listen, I was in Blackpool with some friends when we were younger, and we're all builders, young builders, and he was like, "Oh, I want to get a tattoo. It's my 21st birthday. I'm all crazy." And I was like, "All right, let me pick the tattoo, and you just get it." He's like, "Yeah, no worries."
We're so
I said to
stupid back then,
so
anyway.
stupid. I was 18, he was 21. Why did he listen to 18-year-old me? And not even I listened to 18-year-old me. So anyway, so I was like, "Oh, I want to get this guy's dick pierced because he keep calling himself a porn star." So he was like, "How do you want to do it?" I said, "I want porn written on the outside of his dick, but then I want a star tattooed on the end of his bell end."
Fucking hell.
My guy passed out, woke up with porn and a wiggly ass star on his knob.
Well, do you know the thing? Like, I can understand if you got something on my back because I can't see someone sitting there. But if I go to guys that drop your pants on, oh, whoa, no, what did you tell him, Smee? I'm not doing that.
He just pulled his dick out and fell asleep on the bed. We were crazy ass kids.
Anyway, I want to say,
when was your first purchase of music?
My first. All right, listen. I've never. I want to say my brother-in-law gave me a Red Man and Method Man CD.
Oh.
Which one?
It was a joint one. What was it?
Was it not with the rock? What was the? Was it?
I think it had Rockweiler on it. Rockweiler.
Not Rockweiler.
Blackout.
Yeah, but what was that one? What was that one? That really really famous tune of theirs with Early Doors? It wasn't Rockweiler, was it?
Early Doors. What you talking about?
Like what was one of their first? What was one of their first big?
Was
it Rockweiler?
Yeah, I can't think of too many other ones where they were like big one. Rockweiler is the one everyone
Guys,
knows.
listen, I'm going to apologise for the sound quality if the tunes don't come through the microphone properly as well.
You look for it. But so he gave me that because Elliot, so my nephew, he didn't want to play no like swearing music around him. So he gave me all his things. So he gave me that one, and then bro, that sent me like that was one of the ones that set me on a path. And also, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
So it's Blackout, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's Blackout.
Yeah. And then
which, to be honest, is one of the best.
One of their best albums.
sick. The tunes were sick on that one. And then also, I remember Ludacris was one of my favorite artists, and my mum got me Chicken and Bear. She got me Chicken and Bear. I remember that one. Actually, no, tell a lie. Tell a lie. No. So he gave me Rottweiler. He gave me Ludacris. So yeah, he gave me a bunch of those ones. Like so Ludacris, because that's the first time.
Well, didn't you?
Yeah. So I think he gave me the different Ludacris ones.
Yeah.
So word of no. This was before. There was Incognito.
Incognito.
I think that. What was his first one?
His first one.
It was either Back for the First Time or Incognito. One or two.
No. Back for the.
One's a re-release, but he gave me the first Ludacris album because I was swearing on it, I don't want this one for him. And he gave me Rottweiler. I remember that. Then over time he just give me ones with swearing. And then I remember my mum got me that. I never really I didn't have money when I was younger like that. So I've never gone and bought music.
You didn't steal nothing?
Yeah, I stole shit off the internet.
Off the internet? You're one of them kids.
Yeah, I downloaded it.
Sorry, guys.
So that was Ludacris and Meth and Red. They were my first like soirees into getting my own music and following my own style. And then music I gravitated to after that. Common. I always loved
Common, sick, yeah.
I just like listening. I like music you listen to, and then you kind of got to think about it. And I remember there was a tune from him called Her, and I'd listen to it. I'd get to the end, play it back, listen to it, and it's stupid. This sounds stupid because at the end of the song he says this, but I was listening one day. I was like, oh shit, he's talking about hip hop. But at this end of the song, he says, who I'm talking about is hip hop. He says it anyway, but I don't know, I wasn't listening. So Her is hearing every rhyme. And if I ever put up about a song, that's truly what I like about music. Yeah. Like just hearing I love hearing the content, and I think from there, because when I listened to Ludacris, like first, he was quite lyrical, even though he's people say he's like a funny rapper. Yeah. He's really lyrical, and his wordplay as well. Yeah. Stuff you have to listen to.
When it comes to wordplay back then, like people you listen to was like Ludacris and
Redman was fire, yeah.
Wordplay, oh my god, because this guy pretty much rapped only in slang, American slang.
Do you know the thing I liked about? I think Meth, why a lot of us like, because he has one of his sick rap voices.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like he has a rap voice.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cadence is just like unrivaled.
He just sounds good. Like a DMX. That has a.
I remember the first
voice.
time I heard DMX.
You know what it sounds like? Meth sounds like that slick pimp, like just chilling on the block, and you come ask him a question. Like he's just like one of these hoes.
Yeah.
The flow within his voice, it's like it's already built in.
Yeah.
You like if you ordered a Chinese menu, like I'll have a number 2 with the 3 and a 4. I'm gonna get the chicken with the. You know what I mean?
I doubt there's a word that guy could spit and it won't sound good.
Yeah, no.
I bet you he got so much pussy just by talking to bitches. I bet he did.
Yeah,
I bet you did describing what he was gonna do to them.
You know he
I'm
did.
gonna lick it from the front to the back real fast.
Just watch how high, people. Just watch how high.
Yeah, just watch how high. He put it down in that film. He put it down. Bro. Listen, so something else as well. I remember. So after I bought that track, the album that really like cemented me into like loving hip hop had to be the Marshall Mathers LP.
Okay.
I bought that album and I was listening in my headphones, so my mum never knew for ages that I was listening to that. Right.
Okay.
And then one day I couldn't find my headphones, and she was out. They were like shopping or something. So I came off from school. I've got in, and I've just put it on. And all of us, I remember this like it was yesterday. Like it's cemented in my brain. So my door was open, and I was in there, and I was just making like gun fingers at the mirror, like. And I remember looking in the mirror, and as I looked in the mirror, I was like, "New kids on the block suck a lot of dick. Boy, girl, goose make me sick." And all I heard is. Hey, Mom! She took the CD out the CD tray and snapped it up. And I just remember, like, so you know what I did? Do you know what I did? I don't give a fuck. I went back to school and I went to Pirate Pete, whose dad used to burn pirate CDs. Pirate Pete. And he went up and I was like, yo, Pirate Pete. I said, I need 3 copies of the Martian Mothers LP. He's like, oh, you're not slinging this on the side, are you? Thought I was chopping up his product, you know what I mean? Like,
You ain't making money off me.
yeah, so anyway, so I was like, no, because my mom's going to try and rip them up every time. And next time I'm naughty and like she kicks off, I'm gonna shove it in her face. He's like, all right. So I've
White kid mentality.
listen, yeah, I was an angry white kid. So I put it on, and I Am the Way I Am by Eminem.
Yeah.
And it yeah.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, exactly. So I put that on. She came up, she's like, oh, you got another one, did you? Think you're smart. Slapped the shit out of us, took the CD out, snapped it, and left it on the floor. And I was like, all right, yeah, you want, please, come on. Next one, put it in. I am. Just stood at the door like, the way I am. She come in, she was like, and for a second I was like, I'm going to stand up to this one because my bollocks are nearly dropped. And then she just come up, shut up. And I left the third one, I kept a hold of just
like,
to
this
listen to him the whole
stupid,
time.
this
Yeah, I'm wasting money.
Just wasting money.
I pay £15, £5 per CD for these. I ain't got this kind of money, even for all the hot dogs I steal in the world.
Oh man.
But I remember listening to what he was saying, and not like a lot of people that are Eminem fans are like, oh yeah, I had a rough childhood, and my mum was on drugs, and my dad left me. I don't give a fuck about all that. The lyricism from this man just made me think of like, oh shit, like, yeah, you came from a bad place, but you done this to turn into who you were. That's when I really realised that I can change, like anybody can change the situation they're in just by following a passion. And that was from a young age. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear that. I think the first time, like my sister was into Eminem, she probably had a crush.
Girls were into
proper
him.
crush.
How did
That's
your sister
how I
have
got
the
into
ta-
Eminem.
Did your sister have the poster on the wall of him with the TNT?
Nah, but
So
she
many
had
girls
she
are
had
not.
posters. She had the one. Shit, I can't remember. But
Where's it? Who's
there's
that?
Eminem had this poster around. He did a photo shoot for Time magazine, and he was naked, and he held a TNT stick here.
okay. so
Anyway,
it was
but every girl that I like went round to their house or anything, I say that like every girl I went round to, you don't know, you're not from this postcode. Leroy, you don't know me better, right? they used to call me the albino African. I was slinging this meat. Yeah, I'm gonna be
albino African.
yeah. Slinging this big old meat like woof woof.
I think that's a backhanded compliment.
That was a
there's
backhand.
some good in
do,
it.
you- do you remember the week when we were talking about the if you can't swim and the chicken, if you got a big dick? Remember these conversations, people? If you watched it from the start, you're gonna remember there's open racism.
I don't
in
even
it.
know what he's talking
You don't remember that
I
one?
don't remember the chicken and the can't swim. and
You
shit.
know, remember I said, is it
remember-
racist if I say you can't swim?
Yeah.
And then we're
yeah.
talking about the chicken. This motherfucker's
I'm
just
sorry.
losing
No,
memories.
but he's talking about
We're talking
fair
about
enough.
that episode when we're talking
No,
about
yeah.
racism.
Is it racist if it's true?
Yeah. So
yeah.
there's a stereotype of
I can't swim. I'm out here in these
of black
Michael
guys
Phelps.
having big meat, right? Or right or wrong.
Yeah,
But we
yeah.
already squashed this on the podcast where it's wrong to say that because if you're a black guy who hasn't got a big meat, then it makes you feel like, oh wait,
Power fruit.
I'm not normal.
Keep the fucking lie going for the rest of us.
That's the reason. That's why so many people were disappointed with Leroy because they're like, oh yeah, you're a black man, you got a big dick, and then he pulls out this little midget dick.
Leroy's above.
Understand.
Leroy is above. Don't ever in your life try to question.
Oh, listen, just pulls out the little midget dick. She's like, where's the rest of it? You leave the rest at home.
Warm it up, girl. Warm it up.
Warm it up, you can see. It's like a tater tot. Put in the microwave, watch what happens. Listen, we get the side check. Yo, Leroy, what was your first purchase of music?
Sorry. One second.
Sorry.
1 second.
Sorry, I cut you off.
My actual first purchase, this one's fucked up, was Illy Golden, Starry Eyes.
That's your first.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Like,
But that was all the way. That was all the way.
Was that when she was linking with Dizzy?
Nah, this is when she first come out. I saw it on TV and I was like, oh, like who's this angel? I don't know
Ellie
the song,
Ellie
but I've never
Goulding.
seen. No, cause I've
The
never.
white woman.
No, I've never. And like,
She got him. We lost another one to the white woman.
this talent, god damn it, we're losing him out here. We're losing him out here. No, because
They're getting thicker in the hips. They're realizing our
he
tricks.
didn't have no shape. No.
Black man gets caught out, an angel takes one off. Got him.
Got him. Oh shit, no. But yeah, I bought it on iTunes. That's the first music I
You
actually
bought
purchased.
stuff on iTunes with the first stuff you purchased.
fair.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
because that's what I'm
Like,
saying. Like when I'm saying, like I didn't have money out there to go like that. I remember. Did I have a laptop?
Bruh.
I can't remember,
You
but I
one of these posh
downloaded it.
kids.
I had an MP3. That's how I used to get my music. LimeWire. Who remember
Oh,
LimeWire? Do you know what I'm saying?
LimeWire, preach.
No. I can completely understand that.
Yeah.
I only like the first music I genuinely bought.
Yeah.
Was what the one Drake put out, God's Plan, because I couldn't find it.
Or anywhere else.
Yeah, they kept that offline.
See, bro, like,
they
yeah.
kept that offline. You know, they were very
I
good.
was just like everywhere I was searching.
Going to all his shady places. You got that God's plan? He's like, nah,
Got
man.
that God's
Add to your
plan.
wealth. Like, I'm a hater like that. I don't give, like,
I want to listen to what you're saying, but I don't want to give you any money for it.
I like your shit. But I refuse to put.
Do you know what he is? You're the reason that in my photography business, I do not put up, I don't send you any proof copies to say whether you like it or not.
yeah,
With you know, with the watermark across it?
Yeah.
Because I've seen so many people screenshotting it and just like leaving the watermark and putting it on their wall.
Oh,
I
shit,
try to
that's
build
bad.
my own money.
He's that guy, you know.
Yeah, but don't you put the watermark in the middle?
People still put it when they got no shame, these people.
Oh, that's deep.
That's deep.
You motherfuckers.
See, now it's your boy that's feeling the pinch. Now you're like, bitch, pay Drake his money.
Hey, yo,
No. Just you, bro. Just you.
See, do you know what? Like, I don't know what it is, but as I've got older, like, I'm more open to like pay people for their shit. Like,
Not these musicians. 'Cause, like they're like.
No, but see, like,
for
movies.
me, like with it, like I know there's probably like 100,000 people like me and Leroy, right? Obviously.
so that if that's £1 for every person,
Yeah, but, like,
£100,000.
it's
Actually,
it's
if you
not
want to
really
get technical,
affecting it.
if you want to get technical, it's £9.99 per album
Yeah,
on
but
average.
It's not really
So do you want to do the
affecting their
math?
wealth. It's
Of
really
course
not.
it is.
Really?
No,
Are
it's
they in
affecting
a worse position?
He could have bought another Wraith. Like, you're just...
Yeah, come on.
See, that's the bullshit. That's the bullshit that I mean. Like, I'm not gonna add to your dumb
Yeah,
money.
I'm
No,
your
because,
dumb
it gets
money.
to a point- you gotta look at it from my point of view.
Right, okay, I'm going to let you have this.
I look at it like there's only so much money before a person becomes a supervillain, right? But serious.
took a
If you
turn
look
to the
Look
left.
at the fucking richest men. Those
He went
white
Batman
men
too
that,
quick.
Like, have billions and billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly. Stroking like they in a
stroking the
glass.
cat.
In this episode, you would have known.
You would have known. We already talked about this, Mr. L.
This is evil for being evil.
Evil for no
I have
reason.
No reason.
You should kill yourself. You're so evil. Hello, Mr. Bond.
Because I know myself, right?
Yeah.
And I know that it wouldn't take much before I went evil. Like, it wouldn't-
He'd already kept his killing ideas to himself.
give me a good. If I give me 100 million and like I tell you,
Is that all it would take?
I'm not. That's all it would
That's
take.
not even that
That's a lot,
much.
though,
That
but
isn't-
still.
It's not even that much to turn evil.
I feel.
Think about it. Think about it. If you want to be a millionaire these days, they say you've got to earn at least 5 million a year
But this is the thing, though. I don't do dumb shit.
to be a millionaire.
Okay.
Because you got to live that millionaire
Okay.
lifestyle. Because don't think that house is gonna pay
No.
the
Yeah.
council tax and
No,
stuff.
no, it's because like in my heart, like I know.
You were
that-
trying to-
In my heart, you know.
I'm not out here like looking to buy a Wraith or looking to buy. Like,
You
see
say
me in
that
an
now?
average car doing evil shit, like driving down the road and hitting people on purpose, just because I can basically turn.
He's doing a
around
John
and be-
Jones.
No, just because I would be able to turn around and basically be like, "Here's a stack of money. Go on. I don't want to see you."
Let me. Can I put a
Oh,
pause, guys? Listen. That is real.
Yeah.
I used to look after a gentleman, right? And I was driving. He was like, "Let's go London." So he was like, "Hurry up, we need to get there. Like, don't worry about the speeding ticket. I'll pay your speeding ticket." I was like, "But there'll be points." He said, "Oh, I'll put that I'm driving." And I was like, "Oh, fuck's sake! Like, I don't really feel comfortable with this." Anyway, I was speeding, all hands up, and the police stopped us in a Rolls Royce Ghost, and so my guy said, "Send the officer out my window," and I was like, "Officer, can you?" And it was the weirdest thing ever. I was like, "Officer, can you just like go around to the other window and just go? My boss wants to speak to you." And he just went with 50s and just was like,
How much do you think he gave you?
I reckon he'd give him like 500 quid, easy. Because he went, give him it, and the officer was like, "Have a nice day," and looked at me like I was a snitch and just like, I was like, and I looked, and he's like, and then my guy turned around and he was just like, "There's nothing money can't buy." Remember that?
You see what I mean?
But, you
It's
know,
just
but it's true. Yeah,
even
like.
Bill Burr was talking about it, where he was just like, there was a guy that literally wanted to try and own water. There was a rich guy that literally tried to own. Can you just imagine him? He's just like, "Oh yeah, I've got like this business that's thriving and everything like that. Now I'm just going after the water. They're always gonna have to pay me." And it's just like, you gotta look at that.
Yeah.
But that is the stupidest idea ever. Do you know why? Because the water evaporates and then fucks off.
Yeah. No,
And then it goes
but
somewhere else.
it's a concept. Yeah.
So is someone tracking that water? Like what the?
No.
Come around your house
And then
basically
say how much
filling
water
up
have
a
you
bucket,
used? Yeah.
filling up a bucket like from like your rain like gutters and shit like that, like we used to do in Jamaica. Filling up your bucket and just be like, "Fuck are you doing? You're going to jail for life. Don't you know this man owns the water?"
No, but yeah, like it's a
What the
concept of
fuck?
like because like both of those examples, people lose the perception of reality is so different.
Do you know what?
Like-
Have you seen the new film on Sky? It's called Money, All the Money in the World.
No.
So it's about that's gonna make a load of noise, by the way, because I knocked
sorry.
mine last week loads. So the guy, it's about he's called Gotti, not John Gotti, not the gangster. His name's Gotti, and he's the guy that put all the money into Dubai for the pumps that start the Arabs off making loads of money. He had so much money, but you know how he got away with it? He was that stingy. He put everything through as a tax deduction, and he would like do his own laundry because he's like, why would I pay $5 if I could do it myself? Living in this massive mansion, just doing his own laundry, like and there was it's a true story. One of his grandsons got kidnapped, and they wanted 14 million. He didn't pay it. They dropped it to 7, wouldn't pay it. Chopped off his ear, sent it to him. Like he wouldn't pay it. He's like, no, because I've got like 16 grandkids. You're gonna abduct each of them. I'm gonna have no money left. And he's like, money makes the world go around. And he said all this.
Is that there's a movie about that?
It's Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg plays the guy's hunter. Kind of, he's a hunter who kind of.
No, the old English one.
Yeah.
No, this is a new one.
Okay,
This
but
is
there's
a
a
new
new
one.
one out.
No,
No, I'm
the
saying
brand new
that.
one with that old guy. Where
Yeah.
It's just like they've been showing the like fucking adverts.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like, oh, what are you gonna do to save my child? And I was like, it's up to him. It's up to him.
But you know, what I want to get back to is what we were talking about the money
Sorry.
is because. Like he never actually owned any of the money. It was he put it all for a charity. So this is how he got away with it. So and he would buy art pieces and he would leave art pieces like
For like ages, yeah.
he would leave them for
So I'm talking
ages.
about this vineyard money. baby.
Vineyard money, wine money. We're not even going to get into that because that's for someone else later
Sorry,
on.
yeah, sorry.
That's the thing that they do. That rich people do.
Well, they
Yeah,
buy
yeah,
art.
yeah. Sit on
Buy art.
assets, yeah.
No. When they buy art and they'll donate it to like a gallery or something like that. Yeah, and then put that down as a tax deductible.
But then what they'll do is they say that gallery doesn't own the piece; they're storing the piece for people to view. And then when it comes to a point that they want to sell it in like 10 years, they'll give a year's notice to tell the gallery so they can take it down, put it back into storage. There was one guy who owned. I was watching a documentary. He owned the 15 most expensive pieces of art, and he had them in a warehouse locked up in boxes. What he did is he kept them. I think he kept them for like 20 years locked up, and then all of a sudden he put all them on sale at the same time.
Yeah.
And one piece went for 100 million, and it was like 30 centimeters by 20 centimeter little piece.
Oh, that's crazy,
Because you
man.
gotta look at it and it's just like, how much money do you need? It's just like, all right, if you're looking at it personally, right? You're looking at it personally, like how much money would it take for you to just live comfortably for the rest of your life? And leave a little bit- leave a little bit for your kids?
250,000 a year.
200. No. In like one lump sum, and you live good for the rest of your life.
Give me a second.
Rest of your life, with a little bit, like you build your house or buy your house, whatever you're doing, buy whatever you need,
250,000 times
and just live
by
comfortably.
50. 12,500,000.
12 million.
12,500,000.
I'm asking for.
Do you know why? Do you know why?
Maybe
Because
just-
that's 250 times. That's 250,000 times 50. Because I don't think I'll live past that. And do you know what else that does? See, anything over 5 million in the bank.
Yeah.
Is it 5 million or is it 10 million now? Anyway, anything of that you can live off the interest. The
Yeah,
interest is
bro, I
50,000.
don't understand why these lottery winners go broke. That's what
You know
I would
why?
do.
Because they don't give it time to equate for the 12 months. What they do is they get the money, they buy a Lambo, they buy a house, and then do you know why? But then do you know what happens is when they buy the Lambo, nobody tells them in the small print how much it is for a new Lambo tire or a pair of brake pads.
Or fucking insurance.
Insurance on a Lamborghini. Listen,
Mate,
you're
that's
getting
so
mad.
silly.
You're getting mad. It gets mad so
Like,
easy.
this is why I say like, if I ever got rich,
We gotta rob you.
You would never see me.
Did he say rob?
Not you lot personally.
Did he say rob? He said rob him, didn't he? He said if he
he'd
gets rich,
hand
rob
them-
me.
hand
No,
them
you
all the
lot
money.
personally. You lot would know where I am, and
Yeah.
you lot would be able to come to where I am, but no one else would know. I'm a hermit.
We'd come here and it's
Wait,
like,
Glenn,
no,
so-
no,
sorry, sir, your
you're
name's
not on
not
the
down.
list today.
No, I wouldn't have security.
At intercom, yo, Leroy, it's your boy, SME and B. And like, nah, I don't know these people. Are you the gardener? No, you're not the gardener. Don't go for it.
Have my house house built. Yeah, I'll guard my house myself because I'm a hermit and I don't trust people.
He'll have a bridge going over and he'll just be sat under the bridge
if I
with
could,
like an
I would have
M16, just like.
If I could, I would have a fucking moat. And then I would have guns posted on the other side of that fucking bridge.
He's on about he doesn't need that much money.
living in
He
a
doesn't need
moat.
that much money, but he wants miniguns.
No, not miniguns.
With like
I'm
remotes.
talking about miniguns. Actual rifles. Just put in a cupboard right next to the gate. So the minute I see people running up, because I'm always going to be watching. I'm going to have like a fucking camera like posted. And I'm always going to be watching. The minute I see people running up, I'm spraying everything.
All right. All right, guys. Top 5.
Leroy, I'll let you go first.
Top 5.
Let me go first.
Go on.
Top 5.
Wait, can I just stop? Can I just stop before you jumps into it? So it's top 5
Artists.
artists or bands. So musical inspirations. Top 5. Who you think is the top
All
5?
right. Frank Sinatra.
Yep.
Common.
Yep.
Tupac.
Yep.
Woo! I had this in my. This is what I was thinking about before. I'm going Ludacris. I really love it. I like Ludacris.
okay.
I can't think of a 5th one. Probably.
Oh shit! Did you just pull a gun finger to the people?
No.
Slap the shit out of
No. What's their name?
If he doesn't
Either
say something
Linkin
gangster
Park
now.
or I was gonna say Oasis, but Linkin Park because
Ah,
there's
okay.
a couple Oasis tunes I fucking love. Wonderwall, there's a couple.
Yep.
But
What is it? Like
Linkin Park.
Just your personal like.
Personal
yeah,
top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Top 5 artists or
I'd have to
bands.
say, fucking Busta Rhymes.
Yep.
Yeah. Busta Rhymes, Coldplay.
Yep.
Shit, they're fire as well.
Busta Rhymes, Coldplay. Luda's definitely on that list. Like fucking Meth and Red. And the last one would probably have to be DMX.
Okay.
That's fair enough. That's a good one. Eminem, Red Hot Chili Peppers,
like
The Game, Queen,
Yeah.
and I'm really torn up between the last one. It's a
Say them both, and then you'll
no.
whittle it
I
down.
want to.
No.
I want to say 100. So,
Do you just like a few songs from this one, but
No.
all of this one?
Wu-Tang Clan.
Ooh.
It was a flip.
Protect
It
your
was.
neck.
It was a mix between. It was. it was a mix between either Wu-Tang Clan or Red and Meth, but Wu-Tang Clan.
I ain't gonna lie. That gravel pit video was the first time I ever got excited as a kid. I was looking at that video, saw them chicks in the loincloth looking shit. And back then they were thick, but skinny thick, probably.
Skinny
Oh
thick.
God. I was just like back and forth.
You just walked in and Leo was just humping the wall.
Just like,
Do you know what?
Leo, get off the TV.
In relation to everybody you guys said, I'm probably down with all
Yeah. There's nobody that anyone.
So
said.
Coldplay, like you
Yeah.
said, Red Hot Chili
Yeah.
Peppers, fucking they're sick.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
All the other artists you lot said.
Like
Yeah.
people say to me, like people are like, I'll listen to Queen, and people will be like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah,
you like
fucking
Queen?
Queen, yeah.
And I'm like, bro, listen to what this man.
listen
Oh
to
shit, I've got to go back because
you mean Freddie Mercury
one of
or-
my tops not even on there. Shit, I missed out. Kiss. Yeah, Kiss.
Do you know what? I like their imagery, but I've never heard none of it.
Oh, bro,
Not
I'll
that
send you a
good.
couple of songs.
song I've heard from them is Love Gun. It's just like,
That's my favorite song.
That was a good song, but it's just
Who
like,
told me Love Gun?
Me,
Was it you?
I've played it because remember I said it was
yeah,
my
I think
freaky
you're
song.
going. Yeah.
But it's just
The Love Gun,
there's
like-
loads of people, you can't really have a top 5 properly.
No, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
just
I know.
Generalistically,
Yeah.
just having a little
But
throw off.
It's just like, because I'm missing people out like Kate Bush.
Yeah.
Wuthering Heights.
Do you know what really annoys me? Like in my top 5,
Earth, Wind and Fire. Fuck, I love them.
Yeah,
too,
I've got the Game in there, but I don't think Game ever got the props that he deserved. Like he never got the accolades. I think he kind of hit hip hop at a really weird stage where it was like he still made good money, but it wasn't like moving out the hood money. Like now, if you make one good album, you are moving out the hood.
Yeah, but it's different times. Because
Yeah,
don't get me
but-
wrong, like some of the back then, like see our era, like the 90s, some of them rappers made stupid money.
Like
Do you know what I'm
Eminem,
saying?
Ja Rule,
Off
50
off the
Cent,
album
like,
sales,
yeah,
but
like-
that old business model didn't really transfer. Probably when it was coming to games time, you couldn't make that money.
It
Like,
was-
how-
it was
it
true.
was
Yeah.
in between transition to where it is now. Because so it peaked around, let's say 50. No. Say obviously before 50, but I say 50 was the last peak of album
Oh,
sale
yeah,
money.
yeah.
Album sale
Real
money.
albums,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you're talking about a rapper.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Pop money.
Yeah, pop money. That's what it is. It's pop money,
Yeah,
right?
so hitting that peak, and then after 50, I don't think no one was making.
Little white kids like G you. I was just like, fuck me. He's really hard.
Do you know? Can I ask you guys a question? And obviously this isn't meant in a bad way. I just want to not or put knowledge on it. But like when Eminem came into the game, how old were you guys?
Oh,
Probably
at least.
No.
No. I was about 10.
Yeah,
And
I was
what was the response in your community towards Eminem? Like was it a negative?
One thing I didn't have. I was just on him because my sister loved him. Then she was to buy his album, and same way you just start singing a Eminem song now, the old ones. I know them because we listened to them. Like it wasn't. We didn't have that divide over it because we like I would say in our communities where I grew up anyway, there was white people, black people, Asian people.
Yeah.
Ours wasn't a specific demographic. Like say if you go to East London, right, then it's probably a lot of Asian people. Say if you go Brixton, a lot of Caribbean people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where's up here like that? Sally Ho.
No. So like you got like Alan Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got out them.
Do you know what I'm saying? But
do you know
our
what?
area wasn't like that. So it wasn't like this white guy's making music. It was just like we liked the music.
I think some of the interviews I watched when I was younger was majority It was all American because it was MTV based, and I seen that there was a lot of hatred towards Eminem because a lot of like black artists thought like this is our music, rap's our music. But wait a minute, wasn't the whole premise of rap an expression of self? Do you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying, but I get what they're saying as well.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Like, it's valid what they're saying, but it's valid what
you
like.
Look at it this way, in a sense, because like you're basically starting a movement in like the music industry. Yeah. So rap is starting to pick up and actually being like almost level with pop music in a way, but not even close.
But like coming in mainstream and shit like that.
Yeah, to be in mainstream,
commercial and like profitable.
Money. So now all of a sudden, like people are trying to pump everything into this white kid. That's just like instead because it used to be a good divide, like where it's like white people do pop music, country music,
bands,
stuff like that.
punk rock stuff
And
like
like black people stuck to like the either
Hip-hop.
blues, jazz, hip hop, like stuff like that.
because there was like
Jazz
Aerosmith and Run DMC that really crossed over, but it was still they done their thing. And I liked it when they came together. Like obviously I was very young at the time, but when I heard like Walk This Way, like I thought it was a sick. Do you know what I mean? I thought it was sickness. But the only reason I ask is because a lot of stuff I watched when I was younger, I'd hear like black rap artists like say like, oh, he's coming in, he's doing this, doing that, and he's taking away from our money. But what you got to remember is Dre got told to drop this guy from early.
Oh yeah.
Dre got told that this guy was going to ruin his career. Do you know what I mean? Here's a question for you: who do you think was the biggest? What's the word I'm going to use?
Influence?
Not influence. The biggest. Somebody that like kind of like molded and developed the like urban rap scene, like to the point where, but not an artist. What's the word I'm looking for? Fuck. Like who changed the rap game but wasn't a rapper?
I don't know.
I've got somebody
I
straight
know who
away.
you're thinking of. I should watch what you're talking about. But
Jimmy Iovine. Jimmy Iovine got with Dr. Dre and they changed up the entire rap game. Anybody listen, let me just stop, right? Anybody that you think of, right, can I just ask you both to name off an artist in between 85 to 2000, anyone? Common. Jimmy Iovine.
Ja Rule.
Jimmy Iovine.
Yeah.
I know, but like this is the thing though. It's just like as much as you want to give Jimmy Iovine all that pro, like if you listen to some of Irv Gotti's like fucking like biography and all that shit, of having to deal with Jimmy Iovine basically trying to cut shit down on Ja Rule's like fucking albums and stuff like that, and him having to fight through with Jimmy.
No, I understand all
it's
of
just
that.
like he went with his gut, he went with his gut with like certain things.
Yeah.
But most of the time he was kind of trying to push it into a different way. He was trying to kind of lock people.
But that's why when him and Dre got together, it worked. Because Dre was like, look, Jimmy, you've got to give these artists like an expression of self at the same time. The whole point of this music is telling our story. Jimmy didn't come from that. Jimmy came from a Jewish family in the middle of New York. Do you know what I mean? And he had his own struggles. Like, they barely had no food and stuff. If anybody wants to get, like, understand where I've got all this knowledge from, you've got to watch a documentary on Netflix called... fuck, what's it called?
I can't remember. I really can't remember.
Take it over a minute, I'll find it.
Yeah, but it's just like all I'm saying, it doesn't take anything away from Jimmy and B, but it's like it's not because of just him.
No,
It's
no,
a
but
circle-
he's so
it's a
what?
circle that he had around him.
So that's who he's putting up. Like I said, I can't think of any work. I'm not.
So you can go.
Yeah, because I didn't really look on that side, and I've not looked into it like that and said, oh yeah, this is a person who is that guy. Do you have anybody
honest,
that you
like
could think of?
The main person, like I can think of, that's changed rap.
That's
rap.
not an artist.
That.
What'd you say
artist
you're
of
saying?
anybody
Say you're
that is
saying.
not- that isn't an artist, but like the main person would be Drake. Like before. Drake,
No.
like,
But how really?
like,
You let me know how.
Like you got to a point where people are slightly getting bored with
But
like, just the rap.
Drake's not just a rapper. I think
No, he's not.
the Defiant Ones.
Yeah.
Wait there, Drake's not just a rapper. That's why he's big, because people from outside of rap listen to him.
He's the Ed Sheeran.
not-
He's the Ed Sheeran of
hip-hop. Like
That's what he is.
if somebody called him a rapper, he's not gonna say no. If someone called him a pop artist, he's not gonna say no. Like
He's getting all that money.
yeah.
He's getting all that
I don't
money.
think he's changed anything. His reach is just exceeding. He hits all these people, and when you look at him, like other races can be like can associate themselves or feel like I might like his music as well or whatever.
Right, okay,
Do you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
That's fair
and
enough.
and also his music is far reaching as well.
Yeah, but that was Eminem back then.
No, that wasn't.
That was
Eminem's
kind
really
of-
off-putting for a lot.
I'm talking about like this is after the whole thing died down when Eminem was stapled as like a talent that's not going anywhere. After Dr. Dre stood by him, Eminem was the only person where like equally like fucking.
I tell you what, yeah, I give him for that.
Were
Black
fucking-
people and white people, like
fucking-
Oh yeah,
bringing
yeah,
that-
both.
yeah, I do give you that.
all of the Dr. Dre and Eminem were in an interview a couple of years ago, and they said Dre was happy because he got all of M's white fans, and M was happy that he got all of Dre's black fans, and that
Yeah,
right there,
yeah,
that
yeah.
worked together. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I don't know what the fuck Dre is like fucking doing, but he's pulling some big people. Like he pulled fucking Eminem out of nowhere, pulled fucking 50 out of nowhere.
Wait,
He's
M
fucking
pulled
got Kendrick.
50.
Fucking serious.
M pulled 50.
These are did have talent, but they met the right people. Let's just like
Look, it's the same thing. You can go down the way of Big Sean. Big Sean met Kanye. Was like, listen to this, Big Sean. I'm a big Sean fan.
yeah, I like
And-
Big Sean's
and
fire.
listen, anyone coming out of Detroit is fire. Have you? There's listen. There's some
What
who.
about you? Say Royce comes out of Detroit.
Yeah, Royce comes
Yeah.
out. Yeah, one of the greatest rappers.
Yeah.
Like,
So
Well,
what?
put some respect on Detroit.
nah, I'm giving Detroit their, but to say it's not a lot.
Okay, cool.
How many like
yeah.
more other than like the debate, like the Eminem, Big Sean, Royce? Who else?
Yeah.
There's other artists. I'd have to look
I was
into
just being a
them.
hype man. Don't get me.
He's that guy when the fight kicks off. He's like, "Now it wasn't my
If you were
fight.
saying- if you were
Wasn't my
saying lo-
fight."
If you were saying loads of like big artists are coming out of ATL, granted, Young Thug, fucking, oh my god, the list is fucking like.
Yeah.
The list is fucking massive.
But I just mean in general, like I think if people get out of Detroit and they make something, it holds a bit more purpose because not everybody is out here doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Motor City.
But listen, I've got another one. What was when you were growing up? What was the iconic moment? Good, well, actually not good. A bad moment in music that made you like, oh shit.
Wait a second, maybe
And
in
not,
what sense?
and not. It can't be Biggie and Tupac. It can't
All right,
be
you
that.
give us your one so we can build off it.
Oh, that kind of shit. 50 versus Ja Rule, bro.
I was gonna go in there.
yeah,
That's where I was gonna go. Yeah.
How? Oh,
Listen, and do you know what come off the back of that? You've got to remember, Proof died off the back of that. Proof got shot off that. That was the same beef. That was the same Ja Rule beef.
I thought that was just like Detroit. beef,
No,
and then, like,
no.
shit just happened.
No, sir. That toy soldier. That whole piece was about
Proof,
the
like
Ja
the
Rule.
beef.
Yeah, the beef was between Ja Rule, and that's when Proof got shot and
See,
everything.
like I took it different. Like I thought that toy soldier was just basically like basically running through the whole thing, but then basically being like, yeah, prove that because of like some old shit. Like I should have like basically been
Squash the beef. Squash the beef.
So yeah, I shouldn't have basically been like jumping into new beef when like old shit basically.
So the whole premise, if anyone doesn't know, so 50 Cent and Ja Rule had beef. Ja Rule said something about 50 riding Eminem's dick, and then said something about Haley's daughter. Eminem seen him out in a gig or something, or out in one of these award shows, and he rushed him. Eminem was only with him, Proof, and one other guy, and Ja Rule was like with 15 guys, and they rushed them hard, pulled straps on them and everything.
I need to see video.
Yeah, I'll send you links. I'll send you links.
Because Ja Rule ain't no fucking like.
No.
Is it? Sorry, one sec. I heard nothing wrong with it, but I heard Ja Rule's gay now with his personal trainer. Is that true?
He's gay with personal trainer and flips burgers and Mackie D's.
No, I'm not taking the piss. Fuck the Mackie D's. I just wanted to know his whereabouts now. That's all. Because Cameron's out by a pool. Wearing a pink mink. Just mink. I'm just chilling.
It's cold out here in LA.
What you did to Cameron was wrong.
Oh yeah, 50 goes up
like,
people.
The couple was stressing, like standing next to the pool. Was just like, I wasn't home. I was out here. I was on a motherfucking vacation, dickhead. Like,
this is the beef with him and 50.
No, I don't remember this part.
It was sad to look at, man.
Yeah. Let's just put another thing out there. 50's beef goes deep as well.
Yeah, 50.
Does anyone remember Fat Joe and 50 when he made Elephant in the Sand?
No.
Oh my God, do you not remember Elephant?
I just remember Piggy Bank.
The Elephant in the Sand was sick. Elephant in the Sand. It was they got a picture of I think it was XXLR Source magazine, and it was Fat Joe walking through the beach, and they put it on the front cover. They called it Elephant in the Sand, and they made like 5 tracks just dissing fucking Fat Joe. That's what made Fat Joe go skinny, because he fucked him up.
He went hard for
everyone.
Like, I swear to you, I've never seen a guy come out on top of so many beefs.
Do you know the only one he didn't? Do you know the only one he didn't finish properly was the Game and 50, because the Game went in hard.
He didn't have anything.
The Game is hood, you know. The Game is so fucking hood.
No, but he says that. But Game keep trying to come back and be like what I've seen of it, like now, like 50's like, and I'm not gonna be cool with him because he's gonna come back and like say let's squash it and then be on some bipolar shit and then be like, nah,
because you know why?
This.
Because 50's living up in Tyson's old house and fucking the Game had to sell all his shit and live back in the hood.
So, but that's how. But the way Game portrays that life, like shut the fuck up. Like if you want to live in a hood and then be out here with bloods and like guns and chilling. Fuck up, shut up and live that life.
I didn't mention nothing about.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I can't.
Being straight.
I know what you said. I know what you said.
No, because like you can't put yourself in a certain environment and then like complain about the environment that you're in.
Yeah, especially if you're putting and then just
you're trying to make money from it. Like, yeah. So when 50 moved into the Tyson crib, all of his videos were done in the Tyson crib. He spoke about all the money and he turned it and all that. But when the Game made money and he bought his mum a Lambo and he started living out in the hills, he was still trying to talk about being in the hood.
Yeah,
but you got to remember that's what made him the money.
Yeah, but we get older. Like, and there's nothing wrong with saying, like, I've come from this, I did represent this, blah, 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 but I'm moving on to this. Like, if you want to stay like that, I said, yeah, that's cool. But you can't, like, you can't complain when you had the ability to put yourself there.
Exactly.
Like, that's a bit different.
Because, like, bro, it's to the point now where it's fucking sad out there. It's just like, you got fucking 30-year-old guys chasing around 6'9". Yeah, how old is he? He's like
I don't know, but I think that shit's rubbish. If they wanted to kill him, they would have killed him.
Not even that, bro. You're chasing around a 20-something-year-old that just got new money, yeah? He's willing to talk reckless, all this shit just to sell his shit. You know that he's a troll. Yet you're walking through the streets as a 30-something-year-old with 50 guys.
But for me, that's bullshit because this stuff on camera. Like, if me and you really wanted to get people, like, I'd say, let's leave. Don't say that, but let's leave these at home. We'd talk about it and it'd be done. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we know who we're going for.
We don't know anything about that criminal activity.
No, this is not criminal. This is professional shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if we were going to...
I know what it is.
I'm sorry, but you know what I mean.
Just to avoid somebody landing on their neck and, like, getting crippled like in this... Like, if you want, we can go in a fucking square ring.
No, but it's not even... It's not, like...
It's deeper than that. It's not even about
just... Beef's, like, it's stupid to me, man.
No, because they're doing it over dumb shit. I was just like, oh yeah, you called my mom a bitch, so she must be a bitch. I was just like, bro, what does it fucking mean?
Yeah.
What does it fucking mean? Like some random dude telling you to suck his dick. Like, are you out there sucking dick? Like, are you, like, what is the fuck?
Like, who told you?
Who told?
It's just like it means nothing. It's like it's like a kid telling you, hey, your mom. Oh my god, I'm so offended because
No,
I
you're
right.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Leroy brought this up when Smee was talking about what we're going to talk about today on the subject of music, and then Leroy said, "New old is old overrated, or is new really that bad?"
I'm gonna let you guys first because I think mine's gonna.
I want to say, no and no and yes or whatever. Like it's comparable because where we are, me and you, Leroy, at this time in our lives, where we grow up on this music, so we love it. Do you know what I'm saying? Some people might transition, some people might not. They just love that music. So whatever comes after that and doesn't really encompass what we heard in our music, we're not gonna like. Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if say this could be conscious rap. Imagine the mumble rap was this conscious rap. Like I don't want to hear this. Are you guys poets? Like, are you guys? I don't want to hear this.
Fucking poets?
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? It's
writing your words with your fucking
snaps. I don't want to hear this. Do you know what I'm saying? It literally could be anything, but it's just the new wave. Is that na 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 na. Hey.
Yeah.
But Gucci.
You just literally ruined the whole mumble rap scene just right there. You just lined it. Remember when I done with the Matrix? You just done that with mumble rap. You just lined it all up there and shut it all down.
No. But my view on it is personally when I say I like all kinds of music, I like all kinds of music. It's just like from as long as it sounds it sounds good. It's just like I'm not gonna be looking. Most of the shit coming from old and new is coming from the older people who like are basically gotten in a position now where their whole fan shit is just died down.
I think they just go older.
Yeah,
and I think we already own the CDs, and we might download the thing once, but then we're not rebuying it. So new people aren't buying it as they're getting born. Do you know what I mean? New people aren't growing up and they're like, oh, my dad. Like, with all due respect, like you said about Frank Sinatra, but how many Frank Sinatra albums do you own? Yeah, no, see what I mean? Yeah. So, like, our kids are going to hear all the stuff I'll listen to, like, Mos Def and artists that I'll love to chill out to, and I'll put that in the car. Like, you jumped in the car the other day, we had, like, mellow tunes on, but my kids aren't then going to buy the mellow tunes that dad used to listen to. See what I mean? So, we've got them, and they made money off us. But they're not going to make new money.
Because it's a completely different space now. It's a completely different space. And it's just like you basically feeling insecure because some new rappers are coming up. Maybe they don't give a fuck about you. Yeah. Because it's just like if you're a new rapper coming up and you're talking about, oh yeah, I had to study like fucking Tupac. I couldn't give a fuck if you know about Tupac.
Yeah, that's real, you know.
I'll fucking listen to it.
Yeah.
So it's just like when you see like kids like Lil Xan, even though his music is kind of trash, but like Lil Xan, coming up and like he was just like I can't remember what he was saying. It's just like I don't know who Tupac is. Or,
that's understandable. That's understandable.
Like,
that's like me saying you don't know who Sammy Davis Jr. is.
Exactly. I'm just like you coming up, it's just like you don't know about Nat King Cole.
Yeah.
And blacklist me from like some shit. I'm just like, bro, I don't give a fuck if you know your hip hop history. From as long as you know how to fucking make your own music and you stand your ground with your shit that you're saying, don't fucking try and like fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Don't try and fucking like
blacklist.
Try and cater to me.
Oh, okay,
because you know what I want to hear. It's just like you see me looking like kind of it's just like I love Tupac. I'm just like I don't give a fuck about Tupac.
I like his music.
I do like Tupac. I like Notorious and Tupac.
I like his music, but I don't know like Tupac's life. Like
I grew
up on Tupac.
Yeah.
I grew up on Busta Rhymes, Missy Elliott.
Yeah. Tupac would like died after I started listening to music,
exactly.
but
I think I might have just caught it because I'm a little bit older than you. So I just caught.
Yeah, so I wasn't around when for the
I was
thing.
like 5 years old when Tupac died. So I'm just like.
What year did Tupac die? 95.
94.
94. So I would have been. Let me check. It's too much maths for me. I'd have been 7.
So
I'd have been 7, 8 years old.
Yeah. So like when you're growing up. Sorry.
So you know you're going.
when you're growing up, it's just like, would a Tupac song mean more to you, or would like if somebody throwing a beat and you just hear, boom.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Do you know? I think, especially from our list that we brought up, they're eclectic, and we just like stuff that sounds good. Like you've went from, so we've gone from Eminem to Coldplay to Linkin Park back to
Queen, back to Busta Rhymes, back to Ludacris, back to Eminem.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just went
yeah.
wrong. I think our base is kind of you could kind of put us in a category of we like a mellow beat and something to sing along to, but all of our bases are majority hip hop.
But
We didn't mention out of us. We didn't mention one UK grime artist. We didn't put anyone in any of this.
Like I rate grime. That's still a variant of rap. Like there's no point in like separating it.
No, but I just mean we didn't mention a grime artist in our things. You know what I mean?
Did I?
No, you didn't. No, none of us
say
did. That's
Shaka?
one thing. No, you didn't say
Did I
Shaka.
say Rich? I think I
No,
said
you didn't say Rich. Trust me.
Rich, I'm sorry.
But listen, this is the thing. These lists can go on and on and on because
Yeah.
there's not just five. I haven't got just five
Yeah,
albums on my
yeah,
phone.
yeah.
I'll listen to like some of Shaka, then I'll listen to some of Linkin Park, then I'll go back and I'll listen to Stormzy album, and then I'll go back and listen to Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't have to just be in that mood. I can just go drive to the shops, be listening to Stormzy's album, and then come back and be listening to like fucking Slipknot or Metallica on the way home.
My
Like,
playlist is like that, from Beres Hammond to Sneak Mo to.
it's crazy,
Yeah.
isn't
You're
it?
trying to evoke a reaction in yourself. You're trying to
Yeah.
evoke some kind of like memory or like.
But I don't know about you, but back in the day, like, did you like you wouldn't listen to certain music around certain people when you were younger?
Nah, I listen to my shit.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like, so if I had, maybe me and Leroy might listen to like more Bashment than when I was around. I don't know, just a different friend who didn't like Bashment.
Yeah. So you wouldn't listen. So I know, for instance, like when I was like some kids, the kids in my street, we'd listen to house music or we'd listen to like Linkin Park.
Yeah.
But then if I was out with like my guys from school, we'd listen to Eminem and Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
I
like
understand what you mean.
different crowds, and that's why I think when you're younger, you've got loads of different little cliques. But then you see the kids of today, and they're in their little bubble, and they only listen to that music. That's the difference between like kids growing up in a city and kids that are kind of more like not like outer side cities, but like more like in what would be like a mixed community.
Yeah.
A mixed community that they would get different kind of music backgrounds. You know what I mean?
You can't separate yourself like that.
Sorry, but I think you can do whatever you want to
You
do,
can't.
really.
But the thing is, I know you're saying you can't do that, but I think some people don't have a choice.
Yeah.
I think some people grow up in certain areas where like
That's the predominant
you
music.
listen to only grime. There's only grime on these streets. Like we don't listen to hip hop. We're not about them Yankee shit.
Mate,
Basically, I understand what you're saying, but that's basically kind of locking your kids in a box and basically just being like, yeah, follow these lot.
No, but
that's just
in reality, you're not gonna say, oh yeah, I'm not gonna say, oh, I like Bangra, but I'm not gonna say, oh, Nakai, listen, you need to listen to Bangra. I'm not gonna tell him to go and listen to that.
But not even that deep.
But just in my upbringing of me, I'm eclectic. I play like we were cleaning on Sunday. I remember telling you,
Yeah.
and then I only played like old music, like black and white music, like Aretha Franklin, like when I say black and white, I mean,
any videos in black and white.
yeah. I was playing music like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so in relation to old and new, I think the old artists now, like I was saying to Smee, like Eminem, Jay-Z, just all these old big ones, they're in positions where, like we were saying, like music is not, it's not their only thing now. And then say if they wanted to make an album, they probably have a house with a studio in it or whatever, and they can call up the top people in the game. Like M might call up Dre and like, yo, Dre, I'm feeling, I got that vibe. I'm in the album vibe.
Let me attack the whole game.
Exactly. I don't like this. Nah, I'm ready. I got the album vibe. Let's do it. And if the ease of doing that for them is just like, I can just put out a project. Jay-Z can be like, yo, I can't do a Jay-Z. I'm trying.
Can I do it, Jay-Z?
I can't do a
No,
Jay-Z.
okay,
but I'm saying the ease of doing
it's
it
The Rock.
now
Nah, I can't do it.
instead of the need of doing it. That's what I'm just trying to get at. Like
Basically, like, I don't know, like, what were we talking about? The whole, like, old and new.
old and new.
it's just insecurity, man. It all comes down to insecurity.
Right, so I'm just gonna quickly put my spin on this because we're gonna have to change topics because we're gonna have to cut it short today.
Yeah, let me just quickly
Go on.
Look at the whole thing with Eminem coming back now. Yeah, Eminem doesn't need to come back. Eminem's at the point where like he throws his name on fucking anything. Yeah, he's selling like fucking.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, now he like in my eyes he's kind of tarnished his fucking record. Like,
No, the two previous albums they weren't that good.
Yeah, no, like past the last three or so, like.
No, not the last. The last one was fine. It was the three before that. Recovery wasn't the last one.
No, Recovery wasn't the last one. I'm
Yeah.
talking about Recovery was
The ones with the pills and stuff.
Yeah, but them three was shocking.
Yeah, like,
But the last two have been good. Marshall Mathers LP 2.
serious.
I enjoyed
Name
the
a tune
shit
off
out of
that.
that.
I don't know no tunes.
I couldn't name one off the
But
top
that's
of
just
my head.
me. Like I'm not
But
saying they're bad.
I'll send you the link. Have a listen to it.
I'll listen to
But listen, when we're talking about like old and new, I just want to quickly get mine out, and there's one more closing statement I want to do. Then we'll all do a closing statement on this. So with the old and the new, I am more towards the old because that's what I grew up on. Mm-hmm. But I'm not mega negative towards this new stuff. All that the only thing that I don't like. I'm personally, I know you guys are kind of into it, more Leroy than B, but I don't really like this mumble rap. But listen, I'm gonna let me.
Gang
yeah,
in the
I'm
shower.
out in the shower. Just Gucci gang. Listen, but it's not that I don't like it because I'm against what they're saying. It's just not my palate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Cool.
So I understand. Fair play, young ones, do your thing. Do you know what I mean? When I say young ones, like you're in the game, you're killing it off. Wear them tight net dog chain necklaces. You look like a fucking bitch. But listen, right, I'm not even gonna lie. If I see one more guy with a fucking stupid tattoo on his face, if I see one of these people in public, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. I don't give a fuck who you are. Listen, this is Big Smee in this bitch. Don't drown pocket. I'd drown in a bucket of water, you skinny bitch. Don't get some loose chains. Put a big Jesus cross on the end of it. Do shit like old school days.
Yeah, go.
Motherfuckers get me mad in here, you know.
All right, do you know? All right, fuck that shit. Listen.
Yeah, but you know, the only thing is, like, I know what you're saying, and people are gonna say that the mumble rap, like, I think they just need to.
Bro,
like,
we're gonna have to cut it short.
All right, sorry.
All right,
sorry.
guys, we're gonna have to cut it short. This weekend, one of the biggest fights, UFC history, went down.
UFC trash, more like this motherfucker. They fucked up. Do you know how long? Right? Do you know what? And like, I know you two guys. Like, I know Leroy's in MMA, but like. I mean, this is my only thing. I don't do football no more. I don't do anything. Do you know how much this is tarting the sport of how long we've tried to get it out of this like stone age of like who's like. It used to be the slogan of MMA of the UFC used to be 2 men enter and 1 man will leave. So that means someone's gonna die.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is, look, I just think that they've put a bad name on MMA again.
I'm the casual fan, right? I'm the casual fan out of all of us, and I've seen all of the fuckeries that Connor's done, and not really fuckeries, but let me just say, because I'm the casual.
Okay.
I'm the casual.
Okay.
And
don't get your blood pressure high. You're gonna catch a stitch.
I'm the casual, right?
My guys are like, no, stop. Let me have my
I'm
word.
just thinking like, yeah, what, like,
Help me out here.
like this stuff, this happens in contact sports, like it's.
I like soccer.
It's called football, please. Okay. Anyway, I don't want to overshadow the fight and Khabib winning, punching that guy straight in the mouth, making him tap, right? I don't want to overshadow that by what happened. Khabib won 5th round, pulling out all the stops.
4th round.
4th round.
You were asleep.
Yeah, I woke up in.
Listen, right. So me and B have known each other for a long time. Me being Leroy. That's his porn name, but you don't even know about that.
Still Bronco Black Blade.
Bronco died.
Bronco died.
R.I.P. to Lord Rogan. He's up with Lord Rogan right now. Lord Rogan, look after his soul. So anyway, last night I tried to wake B up, and this is what he looked like, right? So B's there on the chair, cozy as shit, and out of nowhere, I was like, B, yo, you gotta wake up. Right, look when I look at the camera, I'm here. Right, he does this. Looks right by me and starts staring. I laughed at looks. I thought it was a ghost or something. Anyway, listen. I just want to quickly put down on the MMA. So, my thoughts on it are: Conor got beat. I put money in for Conor to win. I want it. Bet. Bet.
Bet.
Someone's
Bet.
losing a toe. Anyway, so I wanted Conor to win. But you know what I love more than anything? I love a good brawl. This was Khabib done exactly what he was meant to do. He brought him to the floor. He tired him out. He was trying to. He fought his fight.
Yeah.
And Conor couldn't do anything about it. But what annoys me is. Right, so everyone's going on about, Conor jumped out the ring and screamed in Aldo's face. Conor was this close to Aldo when he screamed in his face. He could have swung at him. He didn't.
Because he's a bitch.
So Khabib has jumped out.
Shit.
Dirty. Oh,
Damn dirty.
I was going to go so deep there.
You gonna feel the hatred.
I did.
Yeah.
No, I saw it in
I'll tell you.
And before anyone says, no, I wasn't going to drop the N-bomb because I know someone's going, you're going to say the N-word. Fucking suck a dick.
We're close.
It was much, much worse.
Right, listen, people. Thank you so much to Mr. L for coming through. I know you're going to be coming through next week.
Anytime.
B, I'll see you next week. I know we've got some film reviews next week and stuff. People, listen, show some love on the social media. You know what I keep saying. You show some love, we're going to big you up. We're going to put you out there. And just remember, B, when you're out here,
Don't drown.